I hope you have seen the first part. Let's continue. Just as I was gathering up the heap in the distance, I spotted our Tonga. Tonga is a two-wheel horse-drawn vehicle. It's not exactly a carriage, but you all must be aware of the word Tonga. Chacha Jan was returning from court. I clutched the jalebis to my fist and ran into a gully. Why he ran into a gully? He was hiding because he had this heap full of jalebis. When I reached a safe corner, I began to devour the jalebis. He began to enjoy the jalebis. I ate so many jalebis that if anyone pressed my stomach a little, jalebis would pop out to my ears and nostrils. So you can imagine that he just gulped so many jalebis and enjoyed eating it, so that he said that if anybody would press my stomach, from every corner the jalebi would pop out. Very quickly, boys from the entire neighborhood assembled in the gully. By the time I was so pleased with my stomach full of jalebis that I got into the mood of some fun. I started handing out jalebis to the children around. Delighted, they ran off, jumping and screaming into the gullies. Yes, first he had enough for him that his stomach was full, and then he started giving to the children who were all there. Soon a whole lot of other children appeared, probably having heard the good news from the other that he was giving jalebis. I dashed into the halwai and got 1 more rupee worth of jalebis. Came back and stood on the chabutra of one of the house, liberally distributing jalebis to the children, just like the Governor Sahab used to distribute rice to the poor and needy on the Independence Day. Yeah, so he was standing on a chabutra, that means it was a high platform, and the first pile of jalebi was over, so he ran, he bought for 1 more rupee, and he stood on that chabutra one like a governor, and he started distributing the jalebis like how the governor distributed in Independence Day rice and dal to the poor people. By now there was a huge mob of children around me. The beggars too launched an assault. So they all thought that he was distributing. So even not only the children, even the beggars came and tried their luck. Attacked. Assault means attacked. If children could be elected to the assembly, my success would have been assured that day. Because one little signal from my jalebi wielding hand and the mob would have been willing to kill and get killed for me. So that jalebis were as in a big support from, like, if you would stand for an election and because of these jalebis as the beggars and everybody around was having, he could have literally won that election. And people would have been ready to kill anybody and be killed for him for that jalebis. I bought jalebis for the remaining 2 rupees as well and distributed them. Then I washed my hands and mouth at the public tap and returned home, putting on such an innocent face as if I hadn't even seen the hint of a jalebi all my life. So by spending all the 4 rupees, he finally went back to his house with an innocent face and as if he has not seen even a jalebi in his life. Jalebis I had gobbled up easily enough, but digesting them become another matter. Digesting them, jalebis I had gobbled up easily enough, but digesting them became another matter. Digesting, because he had such a lot of jalebis, as he said before, that if anybody would press his stomach, the jalebis would pop out from ears and nose and mouth. With every breath came a burp, and with every burp, the danger of bringing out the jalebis or two. So, whenever he was having a burp, so he felt as if the jalebis would just pop out from his mouth. It was a very dangerous situation. At night, I had to eat my dinner as well. If I hadn't eaten, I would have been asked to explain why I did not want any food. And if I had pretended illness, the doctor would have been summoned. And if the doctor, after feeling my pulse, had declared Mama has devoured a mound of jalebis, I would simply die. So he was connecting the situation. Now, if I burp, the jalebi would come out. But I can't eat dinner, that is. But if I say that I don't want to eat dinner, then they will obviously ask me, why will I not eat the dinner? And if I say that I got ill, then they will call for a doctor. And if they will call for a doctor, I will be totally dead, because he will tell that what is going on exactly. The result was that all night I lay coiled up like a jalebi, suffering a stomach ache. Thank God I didn't have to eat all 4 rupees worth of jalebis myself. So he was having stomach ache that whole night. And he thanked God that I ate enough, but not of that whole 4 rupees. Otherwise, as they say, when children speak, flowers shower from their mouth, but I would be the first child of the world with whose every word a crisp fried jalebi would come out. So he said that I would be the, usually people say that children speak, when children speak, flower come out of the mouth. But I would be the first one in this whole world if I would have eaten that 4 rupees jalebi. If I speak, fried crisp jalebi would come out of my mouth. Children don't have stomach, they have digestion machine. My machine too kept working right through the night. In the morning, just like any other day, I washed my face, and like a virtuous student with chalk and slate in hand. So he said that children don't have stomach, they have digestion machine. That means, children eat a lot because they have a lot of energy and they consume it. So they feel hungry, and that digestion machine was working throughout the night of this boy who ate a lot of jalebis. I washed my face and, like a good student, with chalk and slate in my hand. So everything that happened, his stomach ache and everything, he kept aside in the morning. He washed his face and was ready for school. I headed for school. I knew I would get the previous month's scholarship that day, and once I had paid the fees with that amount, the jalebis would be completely digested. Yes, he thought that because the coins that were clinging in his pocket and speaking to him, they said that you already have a scholarship of 4 rupees, so you can eat this money, and that scholarship that you get every month, that you can use for the fees. Now, because he had spent that 4 rupees, now he is worried that when I will get, I have to quickly pay the fees, otherwise those jalebis will not get digested. But when I got to school, I found out that the scholarship was going to be paid the following month. Now here the problem arises. My head started to spin. I felt as if I was standing on my head and could not get on my feet. Yes, because he started thinking of the punishment, of the prestige, of the status of his family that will be ruined. Master Ghulam Muhammad announced that the fees would be taken during the recess. When the recess bell rang, I tucked my bag under my arm and left the school and simply followed my nose, walking on and on, if no mountain or ocean blocked my path. So he was trying to rescue himself there. He wanted to just not come in front of Mr. Ghulam Muhammad, and he just took his bag and started to walk straight towards his house. I would have kept going till the earth ended and the sky began, and once I got there, I would say to Allah Miya, just this one, save me. Order a farishta to pass by and drop just 4 rupees in my pocket. So now I started to pray and expect that there has done Allah Miya, God should send any good person, a farishta, like a farishta as an angel, so that that particular angel would drop 4 rupees and he would take it. I promise I will use them only to pay my fees and not to eat jalebis. I could reach the point where the earth ended, but definitely reach that point where the Kambalpur railway station began. The elders had warned me never to cross the railway tracks. Fine. The elders had also warned me that one must never eat sweets with one's fee money. How did the instruction escape my mind? That day, I don't know. So he thought that, elders tell so many things not to do, and they also mean when he was walking and walking and walking, he reached to the railway station, and the elders had said not to cross the railway lines. He remembered that elders also never said that to eat sweets, spend the money on sweets and not to pay the fees. So why that thing never came into my mind when I was getting tempted by those coins clinging in my pocket and bought those jalebis. This was the second part of the explanation. I hope you have understood. Please read the second part of the comprehension and write the answers in your book.